When Steph was a teenager, she loved redecorating her room. She was always painting, rearranging, and finding new vintage items for display. Her dad worked in a building, and he told her that the basement was filled with old stuff and that she could take whatever she wanted. She looked around the basement and found an old European film projector and a box of reels. The reels looked like it had Russian or something written on it, but she wasn't planning to watch it, she just wanted it for display, so she took it home. The first night after bringing it home, she had sleep paralysis for the first time in her life. She hallucinated that the projector had turned itself on and was projecting a hooded figure on the wall, and when she looked over, the projector wasn't even plugged in. When she woke up, she was absolutely terrified, but she just brushed it off as a nightmare. After that, things just escalated. She started having sleep paralysis every night, and she kept seeing the same hooded figure over and over. She said she felt like something was heavy on her chest, like she couldn't breathe, and then she started hearing footsteps outside her door. She would even hear scratches at the door and started feeling like she was being watched all the time. She said her room felt thick with dread, and this room that she loved, she had spent so much time decorating it, she didn't even want to be in it anymore. And her family didn't believe her either. She started to think she was going crazy. Then came the most horrifying night of all. She woke up frozen, sleep paralysis again, and she looked in the corner and saw a little boy standing there. She decided to just shut her eyes and hope that he would go away, but it was a big mistake, because when she opened her eyes, the boy was just inches from her face, and he looked demonic. He had red eyes, sharp teeth, a long pointy tongue, and he was laughing and screaming at her. She was absolutely terrified, and she started having trouble sleeping after that. Steph was exhausted and losing it. And one night when she wasn't home, her parents had gotten into an argument. So her mom ended up sleeping in her room. And she told her that she had experienced the same things that she had. She heard footsteps in the hallway, scratching at the door. She felt like she was being watched all night long, and she had horrible nightmares. And finally, Steph knew that this wasn't just all in her head. Steph began obsessively researching sleep paralysis and hauntings, and that's when she came across a forum talking about spirits being attached to an object. It described exactly what she had been going through, and it even said that the person who brings the object home is the one that ends up tormented. And that's when it all clicked into place, and she remembered this all began when she brought home that projector. Steph loaded up the projector and all the reels and drove hours away to a dump where she threw it all away. And just like that, it all stopped. Her room felt light again. She said she never watched what was on the reels because she felt like her body was screaming at her to not touch the reels and not look at it. She said today she only gets sleep paralysis when she's under a lot of stress, but it's never anything like it was before. Follow for more scary stories.